What are you doing, Pepper? What are you doing? Good morning, this is Lori from Beagles and Bobbles. It's sure been a while. I'm coming to you today from East County in San Diego and California. I hope you guys are having a great summer. And I want to talk to you about what I've been working on the last couple months. This is a dress that I made from this lady named Charlie Darwin Designs, and she makes a lot of her own patterns and sells them on her website, charliedesigns.com. This is, I think I said, gypsy moth. So it's a beautiful green linen fabric. I've had it for some time, but I had to find just the right pattern to make with it. It is a little bit involved. You have to start out by making these ties. There's 4 ties, and then as you can see here, it does like this crisscross. It is a tiered skirt pattern, so there's 3 tiers, so you have to make all the ruched panels and you sew them up together. But I think it came out pretty well. The back is a scoop. It's different than the front, and so I do have to wear a tank top underneath because it is a little bit revealing, a little too revealing for my taste, but I think that works fine. I also completed my second pair of her pattern, the saltwater shorts, and I think this feels more like a denim fabric. It's a little bit thicker, but I do like the way that it feels when I'm wearing it, and I've worn these several times. This is just fabric I picked up at Hobby Lobby. So I've made 2 of these so far. I did finish my tank top from Tori Yu. It's called The City, and this pattern, it's made in 2 pieces. It's fingering weight. It is a little bit involved. This is kind of flipping down, but I think once I wash it, I can get it to block out. So yeah, I'm excited about that. And I'm thinking this would be super cute under this dress as well. So yeah, I was thinking that because I have another like off-white tank top I like under this. This tank top works, but then this would be a nice third, and I think this pink looks super cute with this green dress that I made. So this pattern, there's quite a bit of twisted rib in this. If you're not a fan of twisted rib, you might want to stay away from this. It is worked in 2 pieces, and then it's a little tricky. I'd have to say the design of this, it's beautiful. The way that it looks very, very neat and tidy. I was able to get the shoulders to cooperate. Like I had said before, I did like a seaming with like 3 needle. I did like the 3 needle bind off to get these shoulders to go together, but that's just what I picked, the pattern. For some reason it confused me on the way to like get these shoulders back together. So I just had to do my own thing for that. I really like the design that she has going down the side. I think that's what caught my eye on this pattern. So in other projects I have in mind to make, I'm going to be working on the Getty Tee by Tanis Lavelle. I really like the fact that she combines the crochet granny squares with the regular knitting, and I think this will be a very wearable piece in the fall for me. I have not worn anything with granny squares on it, and I think that would be kind of fun. My doggies, they're doing well. Penny is 9 years old, and Ruby, this is Penny, Ruby just turned 10. And yeah, they're both doing quite well. I had gotten them on the farmer's dog, and they lost quite a bit of weight. Penny especially had lost like 15 pounds, which was amazing. And then that food just got a little too pricey for me, so I've started making my own. And I got this wonderful book that tells you all these recipes of things that meals that you can make for your dogs. And so I've been following the recipes a little bit, not to a T. I would like to follow them to a T, but making my own treats and making my own dog food for my dogs. And I'll put the name of the book in the descriptions because I really like the book and I like the concept of it. We've made 2 camping trips so far to our local mountains, and we've gone fishing we have 3 boys and a girl, so the boys especially, but my daughter's a pretty good fisher as well. And I have to say, on the first day, on our second trip, I caught the most fish out of anyone. So yeah, fishing's pretty fun. I've been doing quite a bit of gardening in my backyard. I love gardening. I have ever since I got my first home years ago, like 20 years ago. I've been gardening and it's so rewarding. I love going out there, checking on my veggies every day, having my own herbs. I'm growing tomatoes, cucumbers, and little pickle cucumbers that I'm able to make into my own pickles. And I followed the Farmhouse on Boone recipe where she makes fermented pickles, and they came out wonderful. All you do is you have a big mason jar and you fill it with 4 cups of water. Before you fill the water, you jam all your little pickled cucumbers in there really tight so they're not going to float up. And then you pour in 4 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of salt, and then you put in about a teaspoon of the whole peppercorns, and you put in some dill seasonings. I put in like 3 cloves of garlic, and I shoved it in there so the garlic's not floating around too. That's all it took, and then you have it sitting on your counter for 30 days. And you, every day you take the lid and you twist it, because it's a ball jar. Twist the lid to let off some of the pressure, and then put it back on. And then within 3 days, you're able to like put it into your refrigerator, and then like the next day after they're cold enough, you can eat them. And they were super good. My youngest thought, my cat's trying to get my tank top. My youngest thought that they were a little bit too garlicky for him, but you could of course adjust it, and you could use less or more garlic just to your taste. And I hope that you guys are all having a good summer. I'm going to start working on my Getty tea. Oh, I'm also making a pair of socks. I finished one for my husband, just vanilla socks, but I'm making another pair of socks. And they are called the Penny socks, which I think is cute because my dog is Penny. And they have a lot of eyelets in them. I'm going to link that pattern in the description below. I'm working on that with my yarn that I had gotten from Skin Cocaine with her dog Buddy. And I'm making them shorty socks. Now, I have discovered that my favorite pattern for socks is 3 inches. When I'm making shorty socks, making my own design, I do 3 inches for the ankle, and it's just perfect that it doesn't scoot down in my shoes when I'm walking my dogs, because I love walking my dogs. Every day I walk my dogs. Sometimes I take off on the weekend, but I love walking my dogs, and it's great exercise. It's good for their brains, good for their minds, and it's good for my mind. I hope you're having a wonderful summer. I'll see you again. Like and subscribe. See you next time. Subscribe, not describe. Maybe. This is us camping on Saturday morning at Paso Picacho. We are camp spot 85.
got up pretty early, around 6. We're packing up quick so we can go down to the lake. What did the squirrel get? He's got a piece of garbage. Look at him go. What is that? Okay, I was trying to record. So this is 85. We're not a fan because of all the bush. Unfortunately, there was lots of critters in there. We could hear rustling around in there in the night, and then lots of bugs. Crazy giant spiders. One landed on my head, probably off this big tree right here last night when we were trying to have our campfire. That was loads of fun. Duck party! It's a duck party! I'm gonna show this to Pepper later. Okay? Ducky, ducky, ducky! Ruby wants to see the ducks too, and Penny Fenner. Penny Fennerton. Gook, 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 gook. Whoa! Gawk, 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 gawk. Gawk, 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 gawk. Gawk, 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 gawk. Well, that's a mama duck. You got a lot of babies. There's the other mama duck. It's a lot of ducks. Huh. Hello. Check out this humongous tree at Lake Cuyamaca. I think it's having some erosion problems with the soil here. We're on our second day fishing out at the lake. See, my tomatoes are starting to ripen. Finally, over here. These are the first of the season. And then the strawberries are here. Radishes. And I'm waiting for green beans. They still haven't come up except for I have one back here. And I'm planting more green beans over here. And then over here I have all my cucumbers and cilantro, and I think that's another zucchini or squash back there. And then we have jalapeno peppers and serrano peppers back there. Over here we have bell peppers. There's like 4 bell peppers, and then there's some more cucumbers of a bigger variety. And I've been getting a lot of these cucumbers off of here. Over here, we have the yellow squash.
gotten several yellow squash over there. And then these are eggplants. And I've gotten one eggplant that's ready to eat so far. You can see this is an eggplant. And then this will be an eggplant. This is one. We've got 3. And then this is a zucchini over here. And then
do you want me in the video?